Hello, my name is Zinger from Terrytown, and welcome to your Zinger 211 RD. I'm going to start this off by saying I apologize for the random wind bursts that come through, but I'm going to try my best to try and block that. But I'm just going to give you a quick little orientation here. So starting right up front, you're going to have your front power tongue jack here. You're going to have a on and off switch for the light, just in case you do need to hook up at night. And you just have your up and down for your power tongue jack there. Just in case this ever electrically goes out, you can go ahead and peel this little black tab up right here. Then inside there gives you the option to manually override and crank this up or down. For your propane tanks, you're gonna have a little regulator switch here. So whichever way this little black tab is pointing is of course going to be the tank that it uses. And then just behind it, it's gonna be kind of hard to see. But right there, the little red piece, that's gonna turn clear when there is propane going through it. And then when there's no propane, it's obviously red. And then right back there, that's going to be your battery disconnect. So you can have your battery on or off. All that does is just connect and disconnect the battery from the inside of the camper. And you do that with that switch there. Moving on, you have your front little underbelly storage there. And then down here is going to be your sewer connection. So you're going to have your black tank on your left, which is going to be your toilet water, and then your gray tank on your right, which is going to be more of like showers and sinks and stuff like that. So what I do recommend doing is the black tank first, just because it's the dirtiest water and contains solids. So you just grab that tab, pull it, it's going to drain down. I recommend leaving that open and putting a pressurized hose inside of here. That's going to be your black tank flush, so it's pretty self-explanatory. When you put a pressurized hose in here, it flushes out your black tank. So when you're done, take your hose out, close your black tank, and then open your gray to wash your sewer hose before you go ahead and put your hands back on there. Right here is going to be your outside shower. So it just contains hot, cold side of the faucet, and then it also has your shower head and hose all inside there. Right here is going to be your city water connection. So when you do go to a campground, you can go ahead and just plug your campground hose right into there, and that's going to be your main water source. Here's your furnace exhaust. So when your furnace is on, all the extra heat is going to be kicking out of here. So for little kids, animals, anything like that, just try to keep them away from this when it's on. Here's your camp power or shore power right there. And then right down here is going to be your cable and satellite hookups if your campground does offer those. And then just up top there is going to be your backup camera prep if it does, if you do decide to purchase one. And then right here is going to be your water heater. It looks pretty complicated, but in reality it's pretty easy. It's just a couple steps. You just take this little piece, plug it on here, make sure it's nice and tight, and then when it is on and tight, go to the inside of your camper and turn on the hot side of your faucet. That faucet is going to sputter for a little bit, but that's just all the air getting pushed out of your water heater. So once you have a steady flow of water and this cap is on and nice and tight, you can go ahead and turn this on. And then to turn it off, turn it off, but to empty it, you just pull this little pressure release valve here. It's going to hiss because of all the pressure releasing. And then when it's done hissing, go ahead and then pop this back off, and then your water will then drain out of here. Extend and retract for your power stabilizer jacks. So sometimes one will go down before the other, which is normal. So it can kind of get stuck like that. Just give it a second. Flatten that back out. Like I said, sometimes one will touch down before the other. The other one will then just flow right with it. And then once you hear the pressure, once you hear the pressure, you can go ahead and let go, because these aren't meant to raise, they're just meant to stabilize. So you want that pressure to keep them steady, but not pressured enough to pull it or to push this up and end up damaging your jacks there. Right here is going to be your low point drains, your hot and cold side of the lines. So with that, when you do go to empty, I'm trying to block this wind here. When you do go to empty your lines, you just want to unscrew those, and those are going to be the two lowest points in your lines to drain out. So right here is going to be your 110 outlets, just in case you do need anything power related outside. If you do decide to put a small TV outside, you can have a little cable input there. And then right here is going to be your freshwater tank. So your freshwater, the only time you're ever gonna need to use that is if you're going to bring water with you. So if you're out in the middle of nowhere, you can go ahead and gravity fill this up beforehand and then take it with you. I don't recommend traveling with a whole bunch of water, but what I mean by fill it beforehand is most national parks and stuff like that come with a little hose before you go in. Just go ahead and fill up right there. After your vacation, if you still have water left over, right down here is going to be your quick drain or quick release drain. So when you do need to empty your fresh tank, you just go down there, pull that tab, and the rest of your water from your fresh tank is going to drain out. And then for your front here, you just of course twist that. And when you go to hook it up, just leave it like that. Now going inside, make sure your door is completely open. And then to open these up, you just twist like that. You can kind of see the metal things moving right there. Make sure it's crossed, and then go ahead and drop it. All right, now that we're out of the wind, these are going to be all of your readers. So when you hold your fresh tank, black tank, gray, it's going to tell you how full they're getting right there. And then you have your water pump. So when you need to use that fresh tank, you flip this water pump, and that's going to draw water from there. You have two elements to your water heater, gas and electric. So you just flick on whatever one you need, and then of course it is going to heat up. Then others, you have your exterior light, and then your ceiling lights. And then you have your awning retract and extend. With your awning, make sure your door is in just a little bit so your awning can fully extend. So with your awning, it is not going to stop automatically. You're gonna have to let go manually. So I'm just gonna show you when to let go. It's just when you see the little extra flap or the end of the awning, the gray bar it's wrapped up on underneath. So there's the flap and there's the gray bar. So once you see that, that means you're fully extended. Then you just go ahead and let go. Otherwise, the reason why you do have to let go is because it will not stop. So it will actually reel in the opposite way and end up breaking your awning eventually. There we go. And then auxiliary light, which is just going to be this little blue light underneath here in your bed. Moving in, if you do need to put a TV back here in your bedroom, wall mount there. And then you have your inputs and connections over there. For your thermostat, you just click this over to the left, and then it is going to then start to heat up. Inside your bathroom, you're going to have your toilet, which is just going to be a foot flush. You just press down with your foot there, and it is going to flush. You are going to need toilet solution along with RV grade toilet paper. The toilet paper is just going to help break down easier, so you don't have to worry about anything clogging. And then the solution is going to also help with the same concept. It's going to break down and destroy both smells and solids. So once again, everything kind of flows nice and easy. Just down there is going to be your carbon monoxide detector. That should turn off with your battery disconnect, but just double check when you are putting it away, because sometimes it will be a little bit stubborn. It has a little green light on it, so make sure when you're all packed up, unplugged, battery disconnects off, just double check that that green light is off. Right here, you're going to have your main keys, which are going to be gray, so it's key to lights, so everything is going to be going off of these, except your outside shower, which is going to go off of these silver ones here. Microwave, light and fan, and then click to turn on the light. And then to ignite them, you just press in, turn to ignite or to release the gas, and then you spark to the right to ignite. So you don't want to spark to the left, because if you do, this will break it off. When you turn to the right, that's how you ignite. for your oven, it's going to be similar concept. Right back there is going to be your little igniter and where the gas releases. So just keep your eye on that, and then do the similar. Oh, camera's bugging a little bit. Similar concept. You press, turn to the pilot symbol, spark, spark, spark until you do see that little flame up here in the back. And then once you do, then you go ahead and adjust to your temperature needed. Moving on to your fridge, you just hold the power button to turn on and off. And then right here, you choose between your refrigerator and then your freezer there. And then the higher the number, the colder it gets. So 5 is gonna be the coldest it does get. And you can go down and so forth all the way to 1. And then this is just a little nighttime mode, not a whole lot to it. It just kind of makes your fridge quieter. So like I said, not a whole lot to it. Otherwise you just hold the turn off. Right here is going to be your little AC vent here. So all of your controls are going to be labeled right here. So whatever you flick this around to is going to be, well, obviously what happens. And then right here is going to be your temperature. So you can warm it up or make it colder. And then right back here is going to be your sound bar. You just tap to turn on. A, B speakers, so A inside, B outside. And then you have your source button here. So you can kind of see it moving up top there. You can switch between Bluetooth and everything like that. Then just tap to turn off, volume, and then channel switch. Otherwise, there's just USB and aux right there. And honestly, that's pretty much it. If you do have any questions, please feel free to email me back. Or what I do highly recommend is just writing them down. Then when you do come to pick up your unit, just go ahead and bring your questions in, and then yeah, I can help try and get those answered for you. Other than that, that has been your brief orientation. Congratulations, and I do hope you enjoy.